Tom, you have too much fun with those buttons. Too much fun with those buttons.
Yeah, I think this is the blooper reel week, and I'm not kidding about this.
Every week is the blooper reel week.
I put something out there. One of our Monday morning live streamer, he did a blooper on Monday that I had to produce. I'm only sharing with my friends. I'll send it to you as well, but that's neither here nor there. Welcome to AM Rockland's News. I am one of your hosts, Tom Osa, but more importantly,
I'm not more importantly, but I am just as important, Mike Kluger, here with your hippy dippy news
and the hippy dippy weather, man.
Oh my God, it is so hot. It's going to be 99 degrees tomorrow and the next day.
Mm-hmm.
The folks over here in sunny Stony Point, everybody in Rockland, the Havistrouites, the Ramapo folk, the Orangetown folk, the Clarkstown folk, stay cool.
That's right. It is going to be a heater today, tomorrow, Friday, possibly Saturday. Is it going to rain? It might not.
It might rain.
Yeah.
I would like it to rain. My plants would like it to rain.
So what do we got for the temperatures? What's going on with those temperatures?
All right. Today is supposed to reach 94 degrees, but that is nothing compared to Thursday and Friday being 100.
Yeah.
99 degree. I guess the weather wants to celebrate July 4th in a very hot way.
Yeah. It might rain on the parades, like literally, but we'll see what happens. And we are closely monitoring it, like literally on all of our screens here at Rockland News. We keep on pushing the refresh button.
We're like, come on. Now, folks.
Yes.
When the sun goes down and it will no longer be 94 degrees, the lovely folks of Havistraw, the village of Havistraw, town of Havistraw, they're putting on some fireworks today.
Exactly. Yeah. And we'll have Town of Havistraw Supervisor Howard Phillips on at, I believe, 8:45 a.m. And he's going to be talking about it. We have gone to those bowline fireworks at least, I'd say, about a half a dozen times over the years, probably more. And it's always a festive event. Special shout out to the local fire department in the village of Havistraw. That is Lady Warren, if I'm not mistaken, number 5.
House 5.
Yeah. So
I believe that's the green truck.
And they always put on a great show. That's probably where we're going to be tonight. But there's a lot of festivities that we have planned over the next several days. And in just a few moments, we're going to go over all of those many different events.
Many.
We have aggregated all of them over here, my friend. Take a look at this.
He's so aggregate.
Aggregation beyond the wazoo. That's all I got to say about that.
You know, you keep using this word wazoo. We need to look up where the wazoo actually is.
I use it because nobody else uses it.
The wazoo?
Yeah, wazoo.
Is it like the great gazoo?
So what I like whenever let's just say hanging out with friends and like music and chill and everything like that is like, dude, I am totally wazooed. And they're like, what does that mean?
Whatever you want.
Look it up. Yeah, man. Just look it up.
Whatever you want. We are such Gen Xers. We make up shit for everything.
Yes, exactly. You know what? That's a great point, you know? So before we get into our thing, we want to thank our sponsors, the New York Boulders baseball team, Yabu Fence Company, Dana Pest Control, Easy Temp for all your ice machine and commercial refrigeration repair needs. Plus, mention Rockland's News at these fine establishments and get discounts. Fiesta Acapulco, get 1 free Coquito drink after you finish your food. Kobe Sushi, Jazz Music Lounge, music on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturday nights. Mention Rockland's News and get 15% off your entire sushi order, minimum $75.
Now I want some wasabi.
Yeah. Oh, I went there last week. They're amazing. Breakpoint Bowling, you mentioned Rockland's News in West Havistraw, and you will get a $10 free arcade gift card. First-time customers only. Beautiful facility, $2 million renovation. They got 20 lanes plus. Over there, you got the big screen TVs, Joey A's restaurant, an arcade, and laser tag.
Laser tag is such a good way to have a good team building exercise for your family, for your workers. I recommend going to check that place out. Really
great vibes. And Mike and I love Whole Shot Bagels located in Havistraw.
We love it so much. We love it so much.
Yep. And you mentioned Rockland News. You get a free bagel if you're a first-time customer. Plus, special thanks to our friends at Stony Point Massage, UPS store in West Havistraw. They got great business cards over there. Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy, West Havistraw, New York. 99 Signs for all your digital billboard and portable sign needs. FZ Perfection Auto Body Repair in Congers. And Clean Space Maintenance Management Company. let's get into the fireworks. And Mike, I'll be right back because I got to call Town of Haverstraw Supervisor Howard Phillips. You want to take the first?
It's time for fireworks. Actually, before we get into that, I want to remind everybody.
Yes.
If you want to have some good libations, some good drinks, there is a local brewery not too far from your house. I guarantee it. Why? Because we have quite a few here in Rockland County. Rockland County folks making some Rockland County beer. You should go check out places like the Stony Point Brewing at the Bricktown Beer House in West Haverstraw,
or David over there.
Yeah, or Round Table Brewing out in the Garner Arts Center. Or let's say you're down in Nyack and you want some District 96. Or West Nyack. Noble Experiment Brewing. Nick does such a phenomenal job over there.
I agree.
Good stuff. So, folks, go find your cider over Red Barn Cidery, which is Dr. Davies Farm. Or go check out the Van Houtens. The Van Houtens folk are so nice. They got plants, they got horses, and they make this cider called Rob Rod's Peanut Butter Cider. It is out of this world.
Notably, we're going to be doing a podcast, Mike. I didn't mention this to you, but you'd suggested
it's a surprise. I got a surprise today.
We're doing a podcast over at District 96 in the next few weeks.
Awesome.
Our special live streamer guest is Michael Dolce from MBD Studios. He's a comic book artist. He's a web developer, and he's just an awesome dude. He's helped out with Rockland Music Fest a few times. So it's going to be a fun time. We'll do it on our Friday afternoon show, OK Rockland, and we're just going to have a blast hanging out at District 96.
There's not much that is more okay than John over at District 96 and his sister company, I guess, the Burger Loft. They always seem to be together.
Located in the New City, Bardonia area. Yeah.
It's at the very end of Main Street in New City, or at the very end of Main Street in Nyack.
Dig it. So you want to take the first few? I'm going to look for my phone. It's around here somewhere, and I'll be right back.
Oh, Tom can't find his stuff again.
I trust you.
Where's Tommy? Where did he go?
Where's Waldo? Where's George Patanovic? Where is he?
Where's who?
George Patanovic.
Oh, he's going off in space again. I still want to know where my guardrails are, Pat Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, we are talking about fireworks. Clarkstown's fireworks are at 6:30. Oh, this is Wednesday. So today, folks, we have two fireworks shows. We got Clarkstown going on at 6:30. It is at the Felix Festa Middle School in West Nyack. Community fireworks. It's in a field setting. And, go have a picnic and go look up in the sky as if you're in the park. Now, if you want that whole waterfront experience, then you go check out my hometown, Haverstraw. We just mentioned it earlier. Those fireworks will start at 9:30 over in Bowline, as Tom mentioned. That is by House 5, Lady Warren. Shout out to the fire departments, all the fire departments in Rockland County. Go check them out. Volunteer. You don't even have to fight fire to help out your local volunteer fire department. So, moving on. Tomorrow, being Thursday, July 2nd, it's Nyack's turn, and they have some stuff going on at 6 o'clock, 6 to 10 on Main Street. There is going to be a celebration with classic car crews on Main Street and some live entertainment, and go check out all the fabulous restaurants that you can find in Nyack. There's a lot of them. So there's a historic event at the Antrim Playhouse in Tapan. Rendezvous with Treason, the Andre Arnold Conspiracy, from 7 to 9 p.m. It's in an indoor theater, so I'm guessing there's some air conditioning for those of you who want to get out of this hot, because it will still be very hot. And it's talking about the Revolutionary War and why we are celebrating 250 years later, throwing tea into the harbor in Massachusetts and stuff, I guess, telling the British, yeah, we don't want your rule. Not too dissimilar by what's going on now. Anyway, moving on. Nyack has another celebration on Friday, and the Bear Mountain Inn has a celebration on Friday. The New York Boulders. Our friends at the New York Boulders, on Friday, they are doing a celebration weekend and a fireworks night themselves over there at the old Clover Stadium. In the day of July 4th.
I'm back.
All right. July 4th. You know what? Then you can talk about July 4th.
No, I wasn't interrupting. I was just like trying to. I always say the wrong thing.
Poor Tom. If you would like to donate to the Tom Mental Health Fund, it is.
There's a Tom Osa hater club out there. I know it.
Who hates you?
I know it.
How could anyone hate you?
Let's not make this about me. July 4th, about America you. 250. More important.
America. We are being patriotic today.
Right.
All right. So on July 4th, Orangeburg's got something going on. Hilberton's got something going on. What is that? The Stony Point battlefield, talking about some of the historic sites that we have in Rockland. I just mentioned the Andre site that is between Havistraw and Nyack on the Nyack Trail.
Right.
But Bear Mountain and that section in Stony Point of Stony Point battlefield, that is one of the most historic places of the Revolutionary War. And it is in our backyard, folks.
That's right.
If you have not been and you are a Rocklander, you are missing out. Go check it out. Did you know that there's a zoo in Bear Mountain?
I do. Yeah, there is a zoo. We've been there a few times. Yeah.
We have all sorts of cool stuff in Rockland County, folks. And if you have either just moved here, just listening in, or you don't get out of your house much, come and take our advice. Enjoy this place. It is a really special, historic place, especially talking about 250 years of America. And the cool part about that is Rockland County's history goes even older than that.
Mm-hmm.
I looked it up. Albany is the oldest settlement in New York.
Got it.
And it started in 1614. 2 years later, Havistraw showed up.
1616, exactly.
1616. Havistraw is one of the oldest places in New York. Rockland County has a rich history going even beyond 250 years of America.
True. Yeah. Yeah.
We have been a trading place and a meeting place for a long, long time. I don't even know what the natives were doing here. Maybe we should go find out.
I have an idea.
They were eating and drinking and acting the fool.
They were going a weem away, a weem away, a weem away, a weem away.
There are no lions here.
No tigers, no bears.
I mean, there are bears.
All right. There's a lot of bears.
And the only lions and tigers I know of are the sports teams.
Oh, my.
But we need Tom Brady for that.
Yes. Thomas Brady, sportscaster for Rockland's News, a.k.a. Tom Brady, sports performance coach. And he was over in Ireland this past week with the women's Fela soccer team, women's 14 and 15-year-old bracket. And yesterday we did the podcast of the 20 segments that he sent to us from Ireland. And he was reporting on how the women's soccer team did. He had interviews with the coaches and the parents. And apparently there was a lot of controversy in this one because the administration over there, and, obviously, football is a big thing. They made some sort of decision. It's like the 14-year-olds are part of the 15-year-old bracket.
I don't understand that.
Basically, it means that the 14-year-olds, they can't compete in a 14-year-old competition or a 13-year-old competition. They basically have to compete in the 15-year-old competition. Yeah.
Why?
It was a decision from the Fela football administration over there. And Rockland GAA, they were part of the plane itinerary to go over there and do this event. But basically, the coaches for the women's soccer team, they decided, all right, you know what? It's either we're going to not do this at all or we're going to put in a team. So they said, F this, we're going to put in a team. And basically, they went over there. They did not win, unfortunately, but they put up a valiant effort. And you're going to hear that particular interview possibly this afternoon. We're going to repost it. And the article about it will in full be on rocklandsnews.com. So stay tuned on that. Plus at 8:45 a.m., we're going to have Howard Phillips. And Mike, I just got confirmation that Senator Bill Weber, currently the senator for District 38, New York State.
And he's up for election.
And he's up for Rockland's News conversation at 9 o'clock.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
We usually do that on Tuesdays.
Yeah, well, so we're doing it on.
We're bringing the elected officials to you, listeners. We love it. I would like to give a special shout out because speaking of winning in football, I'm out with a friend of mine last night.
And I heard, yeah.
And they're like, I really want to go watch the Mexico game. I was like, say what you want. You can choose from any of Rockland County's many delicious eateries.
Mm-hmm.
Many of them are not open past, say, 10 o'clock. That game ran from 9 to midnight. Do you know who was able to seat us, feed us, and give us a view of the game?
Pray tell.
Fiesta Acapulco.
No, really?
Fiesta Acapulco. Their food was great. They came out. They had a pitcher of libations for us. We had snackies. We got to watch the entire game. We were there cheering with those folks. I didn't care who won. It was sports ball to me.
Can you just say the word snackies again?
Snackies. I love good snackies, man.
Snoochie poochies. Yeah, man. That's awesome.
You should bring your snackies to all of these crazy events that are going on this weekend to celebrate America. Celebrate America. Because the country's turning 250 years old. That's all. 250 years. She's young.
America 250.
So, all of this list that I'm reading is going to be posted on our website at rocklandnews.com. Correct, Tom?
Yes.
Exactly. So, listeners, you don't need to listen to me rattle off all this stuff, but I can tell you there's a lot of stuff going on in Rockland.
Yeah.
Go find the one in your best backyard, or maybe you want to go find the waterfront down in Nyack, Havistraw, wherever you want to go.
And the beautiful thing about this is that this is going to happen all throughout the summer. And, you know, obviously hot town, summer in the city, all that fun stuff.
It is a hot town right now.
Oh, Nelly. Yeah. And it's going to be a good time. Plus you have obviously the World Cup, World Rhythm Soccer watching parties, and that's part of it. Fiesta Acapulco was able to stay open late.
Right.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and I haven't seen this in at least 10, 15 years, bars can now stay open until 4 o'clock again. It used to be a 2 o'clock a.m. rule. Now, for at least temporarily, they're able to stay open until 4 a.m. I wonder what they're trying to say.
I had this moment in my head when you were telling me that, where I got really excited, and then I realized that I'm not 20 years old anymore.
I know. Yeah. I do want to do it a few more times in my life. It's not like, I mean,
where you party until 4 o'clock in the morning?
Dude, there was this one time, and you know my sister.
At band camp?
You know my sister, Kathy.
I do.
Sometimes at band camp. Anyway, we went to a club in the city. I think it was Webster Hall, or it was definitely an underground. I mean, like, it was commercially known, but it was an underground thing where, like, you know, you go into and then you go downstairs, and then you got the red lights, and you go, what are we doing here? Oh my goodness. Yeah. It was a fun time. We left that establishment. It must have been like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. We didn't even realize. We opened the door to the club, and it's like bright daylight. We thought it was like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I love those days.
It was one of my favorite moments.
But they hurt the next day now.
Oh, it was painful.
It used to be,
yeah.
We would party like that. You get like 2 hours of sleep, and then you go work all day, and then you go party some more.
Yeah. These days, it's like.
You are correct. And I need a little bit more of in my day.
Yeah, not this.
I mean, that's what you were hearing when the club door opened.
Pretty much. No, we were in the city. There were no crickets.
There you go.
That was really bad. Please say something.
All right. News. We have news.
Thank you.
Tom, why don't you tell us about the correction officer residency law?
All right. So New York has changed residency rules for correction officers serving in Rockland and Orange counties. Governor Kathy Hochul signed legislation amending the public officers law, giving current correction officers at the Rockland and Orange County Sheriff's offices more flexibility in where they live. Supporters say that the change is aimed at easing staffing and retention problems in county correctional facilities. Rockland's officials, including Sheriff Louis Falco, described the measure as a bipartisan public safety effort backed by state lawmakers from both parties and local corrections officers' unions. The new law is expected to help keep experienced officers on the job.
So there's two rules, two schools of thought, I guess, on that. And the original law was to try and make it, and this is something that they also try and do in Rockland County government, is to give those jobs to folks who live in their municipality, especially for law enforcement. It is helpful for the law enforcer to be a member of the community.
Mm-hmm.
they are more likely to have work with compassion, as ours does. I feel like Ed Day and all of the police enforcement in Rockland County seem to be doing that kind of compassion. We're trying to keep Rockland safe kind of place. But it's hard to live here in Rockland. But if you do need a house, you can go to Susan Bova at Coldwell Banker Realty.
That's right. She's fantastic. She's actually leaving us as a sponsor advertiser for a while because what we did for her actually worked too well.
She has so many. She knows she's so connected. She has all the people, all the work.
Yeah. So basically what happened is she contacted me like about 2 weeks ago. She goes, I'm literally too busy. I'm turning away business. Not kidding. What are you looking at? Oh, it's like a chat? Okay.
I don't know. Do we have a chat? We should go. So.
There's one right there. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we have people speaking on the chat, do we?
We do. I believe it's...
Who's talking on the chat to us? We're new with the whole chat thing is new. Oh, I need to take...
Somebody's listening and like writing in, like, for instance, hi, this is great. That's dumb, which is very appreciated because that's exactly the point of our show sometimes.
We're dumb? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's dumb.
I do need to give a shout out.
So thank you for listening.
To my children,
yeah.
Lena and Miles, who are probably listening right now. Lena reminded me that we have a chat and we should probably use it. So
exactly.
Thank you, my dear daughter.
Lena.
So let's see. We got some more news. Chestnut Ridge awarded the Road Safety Grant. Chestnut Ridge is getting a major boost for road safety. And you know the show is all about the road safety. Four Corners and Nyack need some guardrails, as we have been mentioning to the elected official who has not done it yet. Anyway, road safety. The village has been awarded a $500,000 in state funding for improvements along South Pascack Road, a busy corridor used by residents, businesses, and nearby schools. Possible upgrades include better crosswalks, pedestrian signals, improved signage, traffic calming measures. What's a traffic calming measure that they're going to instill? It's going to be like some elevator music or something.
Beats the heck out of me, man.
Maybe they need to call us up and get some folks from Sponsor Band.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get some musicians out there, play some chamber music, get Larry Zaydan with the concert band.
Yeah.
Traffic calming measures.
Oh, that's right. You know what? I forgot about that. I got to contact Larry like we talked about last week. Oh, shoot.
If listeners, if you really want to enjoy some local made Rockland music from Rockland County resident musicians, the Rockland County Concert Band, go check them out. Are they a .org or a .com?
.org.
So Rockland County Concert Band.org.
Yeah.
Larry Zaydan's the guy. And they bring musicians in from every age, from every skill set, and they want to bring you up and it give you a place to play.
Let me check on that. Maybe it is .com. Rockland County Concert Band. Live streaming and Googling at the same time is no joke. Don't do it while you're driving.
Well, the only thing we're driving is the insanity of this show.
Holy F, I was correct. It was rocklandcountyconcertband.org.
There we go.
Spouted that out without even knowing, but
because we are so in line, we are so in harmony,
we are tuned into the vibes of Rockland County.
Well, Rockland County music, because that's
true. Yeah,
Tom and we talk about putting the rock back in Rockland. We've been talking about this for decades. We need your help, listeners.
That's right. Rockland Music Fest 12 is coming up on September 12th, 2026. Now think about the context of this. It's the day after the 25th anniversary of September 11th. Now, we want to do something that's fun, enjoyable, and something that everybody can just relax and just kind of bring it back to the 90s if possible, kind of like a rollback. Our headliner is going to be a Guns N' Roses tribute band that played over at the Paramount in Huntington. So more information on that over the next few weeks. We're going to have some announcements on July 12th, but mark your calendars. Saturday, September 12th, and we're going to have it at a venue, which we're talking about.
We are still working at the venue, folks.
Yeah, but this is the 12th annual festival, and proceeds this year will go to several families who lost a loved one in a tragic car accident in Rockland County. So we've already reached out to some of the families, and this is in order to make the point of Rockland News this year is traffic safety awareness. Be aware while you're on the road, and don't drink and drive. Don't do anything stupid. Don't be looking at your phones, looking to find out what the actual web address is for so-and-so. Just be freaking safe.
And be present and be mindful.
Be present and mindful, exactly.
And even if you're not in your car, you're walking around, you're out in Nanuet or West Nyack at the mall. There's a lot of people there. Be mindful that everyone's going through something. And just because you're having a bad day doesn't mean your bad day should roll into somebody else.
Exactly.
Now, back to our road safety grant.
Yeah.
So that divergent happened because the traffic calming measures. Traffic calming measures. That's what it said. And I'm trying to figure out.
Is that like a cool down that they do on Facebook? It's like, we're going to give you a cool down period.
Yeah.
Such BS.
The village officials of Chestnut Ridge say engineering, planning, and community input will come before construction begins. And the project is aimed at making the roadway safer, not just for drivers, but also for pedestrians, cyclists, children heading to school, and the residents with mobility challenges.
Right.
So, again, traffic safety, where, I wonder what the traffic safety laws were 250 years ago.
Well, if you're coming down that dirt road with your donkey, you want to make sure that you pick up after it.
Did you just call me an ass?
No. Anyway. But I would imagine that the traffic rules were a little less stringent. Let me put it this way. If you're driving down the road with your donkey and your cart and you're just like holding like the stirrups or whatever, and you got a straw hat on and like you got
maybe like the Amish upstate.
I'm just imagining this. Let me visualize it. And just like driving along and, you got some Hops beer next to you from District 96. I mean, you're probably going to be okay driving on that road if you maintain a speed of 4 miles per hour or less. But that's not the case these days.
No.
The population density in Rockland County is off the charts. And like if you drive on any given road, even at 2 o'clock in the morning, it could be dangerous, especially even if you have a sip of beer in you. So you want to drive safe. You want to try to make sure that you don't have anything in your system except maybe coffee. And that's it.
Awake.
So where are we with the news here?
Well, first we need to tell anybody if they have any news for us. rocklandnews.com/alert.
Alert. And by the way, I just sent out a whole bunch of WhatsApps and whatnot because it is the beginning of the third quarter and we are opening up this platform to everyone. So imagine WRCR radio back in the day when you can call in and you could talk about whatever the heck. Well, guess what? That is the case. So
because
this is an open.
We want to be the voice of Rockland.
We usually get 1,000 to 2,000 listeners every single episode over the course of a week because you can see the replays on Livestream. Plus, we're available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Now, if you want to call in and make a comment, we're going to slow roll this. All right. We're getting a new studio number specifically for the live stream. But for those of you that know me, you can call my phone number and then I could just Bluetooth it into this gorgeous studio board that we invested in and it was worth every penny. Right, Mike?
It's magic. It's magic.
Right? It gives us the tools to be more,
zany.
Yeah. Do more dumb things.
And sometimes more smart things.
More smart things.
What do we have that's smart?
Well, the thing is that we're covering up our smarts with a whole lot of dumb things.
Okay.
So it's working. Anyway, so where are we with the stories here? We're going to have Howard Phillips on in like about 4 minutes. What do you think, brother?
Well, Howard Phillips, who is basically the leader of the town of Haverstraw. Well, yes. I mean, there's so much stuff going on in Haverstraw. We can ask him about the warehouse project.
Oh, yeah.
That is on the list of news.
That's right. Yeah.
What else we got? Before he gets on it, what's going on in Spring Valley over there?
Okay. So Spring Valley, there was a knife incident
that
ended without injuries, thankfully. A frightening scene at the Spring Valley Marketplace.
Okay.
Ended without injuries Sunday evening. Muncie Scoop reports that around 7 p.m., an individual allegedly brandished a knife and charged towards several people, including children, in a parking lot near Bingo. Havarim of Rockland volunteers were nearby and kept eyes on the suspect while relaying information to responding Spring Valley police officers. Police arrived within minutes and took the suspect into custody safely. No injuries were reported, and police continue to investigate what led up to the incident.
All right. Well, again, folks, we're trying to keep everyone safe. We over here at Rockland News want us all to be good neighbors. Thank you, Spring Valley Police Department, for handling the situation in a safe way.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very important. Very, very important.
So speaking of that, EMS adds 15 new volunteers. These are the words I like to read, Tom.
You do?
People who want to volunteer to be good to the other citizens. EMS is really important, especially on these super hot days. People getting heat stroke and all sorts of crazy heat problems.
Yeah, it is hot. And this week, it's like unbelievable. And 99 degrees on Thursday and Friday, from what I understand.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
99 Signs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Our friends over at 99 Signs. If you need a sign, a billboard, a digital sign, a banner, something that you want to put as a lawn sign during good old political season, Rockland News loves that. You want to go to 99 Signs, because let's remember that a business without a sign
is a sign of no business.
And you can learn more at 99signs.com.
Hey, maybe some of the folks who are at the Rockland farmers markets, because it is seasonal time.
Exactly.
Might need one of those signs. Rockland farmers markets and farm stands are now open for the growing season. Rockland Report says shoppers can find all sorts of local produce, honey, eggs, flowers, baked goods, jams, and handcrafted products while supporting area farms and small businesses. This is so near and dear to my heart, Tom.
Right.
The county lists Cropsey Community Farm, stand in New City. The markets in Havistraw, Muncie, Nyack, Pearl River, Piermont, and Spring Valley, with several accepting nutrition benefits such as FMNP, SNAP, EBT, or Fresh Connect checks. Residents are encouraged to bring reusable bags and check market hours before heading out. Now, folks, we haven't brought it up this show. It is time to talk about the most important number on the show, and it is not 42, folks. It is 61%.
That's right. 61% of every dollar that you spend in a small business stays in the community around that business. So, it's not getting exported out to Mars. It's not getting exported to different international countries. Nothing against them. It's not even getting exported to Ohio. It stays in your community, and that means it helps to build up the community locally. So you definitely want to get in on that, and you want to shop small. And as a reminder, we have rocklandshopping.com, which has over 400 different stores. It's a directory that takes you to different small businesses across Rockland County. So you can learn more about that at rocklandshopping.com. And in just a few moments, we're going to have Howard Phillips on the air. He's going to tell us about the awesome fireworks that are going to be happening over at Bowline Point Park tonight. So we're going to give him a call. And it should be a pretty good show. And then at 9 o'clock today, we're going to have State Senator Bill Weber covering District 96. And he's going to be on. He's going to be talking about some recent enactments and some legislation and such. So we're going to give Howard a call right now. Stay tuned, and we'll be back in just a moment. Mike, you want to take it?
Well, I was just looking at our chat, and Howard Phillips is in the chat, as well as my darling daughter, and she says it is 42. It's 61%, darling.
The answer to everything is 42, though. I have to, I kind of agree with her on that. So,
I mean, they say that apple trees don't grow pears, so I know where she gets it from.
Yeah, and you're one heck of. He's hopping on right now, and we have Howard Phillips on the line. Howard, thanks for joining us on Rockland News today.
Good morning, Tom. How's everyone doing?
Okay, doing pretty good. We're talking up all the different fireworks, and I guess the town of Havistraw has the Bowline festivities tonight.
We're looking forward to it, and the weather is looking good. Have you heard about anything else? Any thunderstorms? I'm hoping it doesn't.
At the moment, it looks like it's a 50-50 chance, to be perfectly honest with you. I think the latest. Today? Yeah. So you want to take a look at that,
I'm
Mike?
going back to the news report.
We got our hippy-dippy weather man over here.
With your hippy-dippy weather.
It's all the way over at the top.
And it's going to be swampy.
It's gonna be obviously very humid. So what do you got? 3, 2,
This
1.
only goes to hold on.
I'm gonna look for it.
We're
Anyway,
gonna have to go to a different screen.
I got it. It's right here.
Because right now it does not
It's
look
clear.
like it's any rain.
It's clear. So from 6 p.m. from 6 p.m. until 10, it's gonna be cloudy, but there's no chance, at least according to Apple, there's no chance of rain at the moment.
All right, then that's good. If that's the case, then I was the one in charge of the weather.
Yes.
And if it does thunderstorm, then it was somebody else.
Right.
Actually, I have the updated Stony Point, and there is a window between 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock where there is 0% chance of rain.
Boom. There we go.
Howie, you did it for us.
Thank you, Howard.
There you go.
The rest of them are low chances. So if there's a passing shower, folks, don't let that scare you away. Havistraw has one of the best firework shows ever.
Tell us about that fireworks show, Howard. Yeah.
So we're gonna begin tonight's festivities at 7 p.m. with a concert by Epic Soul. It's a 12-piece band. They played last year, and their performance was amazing. People were up and dancing, having a great time. And that's why we do this. And this being our 250th anniversary, hopefully we're going to do a little something special with the fireworks. I think everybody's going to enjoy it. They should go off at approximately 9:30. Now, I need to let a number of people know, because everywhere from the Harbors to the Elks to the Water Club, I remember Jim Monahan telling me he was up in his Stony Point Park. We're going to be shooting them off this year on 2 barges. Now, those 2 barges will be about 900 feet off the shore. We will have some smaller cakes going off the pier, which is right behind the pool. So it's going to be a different location, but it shouldn't be too much. Maybe just a 15-degree turn towards the north to face it. So everybody along the river, make sure that you're facing it. I think it's going to be a much better view for everyone, since it is going to be a 900 feet out into the river.
Right. This was a big
coordinate all of this.
This was a plan that you guys had in place since the last one. You started saying, all right, maybe we should move it a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and if I'm not mistaken, and we usually go to the Lady Warren No. 5 firehouse to watch the fireworks, will they be visible from there as well?
Oh, definitely. And I love the guys. They cut all the trees down, so nothing is in their view.
Yep.
So they
recycled too.
They have a spectacular view. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But it is fireworks extravaganza. John Segaria does a great job, and every year, I'll tell you, the finale gets better and better. And you know what? We should be celebrating. We live in the most extraordinary country in the history of the human race.
Mm-hmm.
We have the nation that is the most, I don't want to just say powerful, the most compassionate and kind nation that anyone has ever seen in the history of the civilization. So you know what, we should get out there, as former president and founding father John Adams said, from coast to coast, we should be celebrating with luminaries. You know, he went on about, you know, how we should be celebrating this day in the future. And of course, he passed away on July 4th with Thomas Jefferson, two great presidents, 2 of them that were such dear friends, and then they had a falling out, and then at the end of their lives, they got back together. But I want to thank so many people. You know, we coordinate all of this. Our Town of Haverstraw Police Department, our Chief John Gould does a great job. Captain Ian Kay does an excellent job, along with all the men and women of our police force. But I also want to thank Sheriff Lou Falco, because he just comes in and helps assist us. We have so much work that goes into this. And then we have the state police as well. We'll have the canine units down there. Our Parks Department does a great job. Our Highway Department and the Park Warden comes in and helps. So it's a safe environment, and people really enjoy that. And it's going to be a great time. But this whole week is going to be very special. I know Arlette and I love going down to the Water Club, because you get to see along the Hudson River all the different communities shooting off their fireworks display. It really is amazing. But I'm going to tell you guys, I just love this weather we're having. I hope it stays warm without any thunderstorms. Bowline Park was packed yesterday and the day before, and it's only going to get even busier. Our staff's doing a great job down there. John Frizzalone does a wonderful job. Carol Kaczynski does an excellent job. All of the people working together. And, you know, I'm very proud of that. Our town board members have been a great team. But we will have boats out there. We'll have a few thousand people in the park, not to mention, I don't know how many thousands of people along the shoreline waiting for it to go off.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great day.
Yeah, it's going to be an amazing day. I think that, you know, every year when I'm there, and, you know, again, like I mentioned, we always go over to Lady Warren, the number 5 firehouse in Haverstraw.
Not to discount houses 1 through 4.
Well, yes, of course. Yeah. It's just like they... Mike, you're better at equivocation than I am. You really are.
I have a question for our dear Howie Phillips.
Yes.
We are launching summer right now, right? We are getting to the hot.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us, the citizens, where we can go, cool off, enjoy. What are the places that you recommend? Talk about our parks and places to go cool off.
And cooling centers too, I think, right?
You can't beat Bowline Point Park, and you have to come up and get a pass. We keep it very reasonable for family. But we have an Olympic-sized swimming pool. We have diving boards. We have 2 enormous water slides. We have a kiddie pool. We have a water spray area. And you know what? The more we do to try and spread people out, the more people come and join. But we have the Tom Lawless Pavilion. People can go over and have lunch. We got the John Grant Gazebo down at the point of Bowline Point Park. We have numerous playgrounds. We've got about 7 different playgrounds there. We have a volleyball court for people to enjoy. And then you have all these physical fitness apparatuses around the park that you can enjoy as well. But the view there, you know, you may be able to meet all the amenities that we've built over the years, but you're not going to match the location with the mountains, the high tour and low tour in the back of us, the Bowline Pond. We're really out on a peninsula surrounded by 3 sides by water, and we're at the widest part of the Hudson River. It's absolutely breathtaking down there along the shoreline. People just love it. It's funny because we get, I'm going to say probably almost 30 different FDNY houses. They come up during the summer, Monday through Friday, and they hold their annual barbecue with their families. And it's great to see. And you know what? The kids really enjoy it. You know what we've done? We've really developed a water park. Because
pretty much, yeah. When I go there,
amenities.
That's exactly the way I feel when I go there. Yeah,
yeah, and we keep it so clean. I think that's one of the key things, especially with mothers, women. They love it when they can go into the restrooms, the bathhouse, the showers, and everything is kept so immaculate, so pristine. And that's a testament to our staff, our management, who really imbues that upon all of the youth that works for us. We have a number of teenagers, probably have over 100 teenagers that work for us between the Bowline Point Park and the day camp.
And so most of them are from the community, right?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So that's good because they know most of the people that are down there. And, you know, they can always really talk to them, find out what any concerns, if anything. You know, there are little incidences that pop up and, you know, you address them as soon as they come up. But if you haven't been down there, you have to go down the Bowline to appreciate the view and everything that we offer, all the wonderful amenities that we offer. You know, we stand on the shoulders. Phil Rotella, my predecessor, when I was director of finance, back when he was able to acquire this property and build the Olympic-sized pool. But I think he'd be very happy, along with the councilman, and what we've been able to expand upon it. And we've done it at a very low cost to the residents. You know, the one thing I would love to get, I don't know if you guys have been on one of these cruises, but it's called the Flow Rider, where they surf and the water shoots up.
Yes, yeah, we've been on those.
Oh, I would love to get that. So we're going to look into that in the future. All these little things, it's great because the more the kids have a good time, and you guys know this, I'm going to regurgitate it probably a couple of thousand times, but when children grow up with great childhood memories, especially the summer, they translate into healthy adults. When they don't have those memories, that's when problems happen. So the things that we can do to make sure that they have a great summer is very important. It's critical.
Yeah, absolutely. And, going back to the 1980s, unfortunately, those amenities weren't always there. We did get the opportunity to rely on bicycles, and my grandfather used to take us to Rockland Lake. And I remember, Howard, you mentioned about the exercise equipment at Bowline Point Park. And I remember back in the day when, and unfortunately it's fallen into a little bit of like over at Rockland Lake, nothing against it. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, they're there, but they're just the exercise equipment hasn't been really upgraded in a while. But yeah, over at Bowline Point Park, you got the exercise equipment. And I know, Howard, you're a big exercise buff. You're in the gym. And I actually just got, as a side note, I got a Peloton, and I'm back in the the exercise journey with you and many others.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's been a while. My chest looks like a wet noodle at this point, so I gotta flip it around. You know what I'm saying?
That's gross, dude. That's gross.
Very sorry about that, but and we got Senator Bill. Yeah, well, we have Senator Bill Weber. He's going to be hopping in a few, but also before you leave, Howard, and I hope to see you tonight over at, and again, the fireworks start at, is it 9:00 or 9:15?
9:30.
9:30
The
over.
concert will go from 7 to 9:30 with a little break in between.
But listeners, get there early. There's so much good food down in Haverstraw, including the oldest candy store in New York State.
Yes.
Lucas's. Yes, Lucas Candy. And we also have a concession stand at Bowling Point Park. And tell Bill, you're talking about Rockland Lake. When I was younger, whether it was Lake Welsh, Tiarati, we used to go there all the time. Anthony Wayne, which is no longer really there, the pool. But they really need to invest in these parks because they're not as nice as they used to be. And it's a shame, Lake Welsh. I hope they've gotten the border collies. We had a problem with that years ago, and we got the border collies. So you don't have all this geese feces all over the sand at these beaches. But they need to reinvest. The PIP needs to reinvest in those parks. And, they need to open it up to some of the more modern things. They have so much acreage in there, thousands of acres of land. I don't know why they don't have like an ATV and some type of track up there where these kids could go take, whether it's dirt bikes, motorized, or whether it's, ATVs, and really have a good time like that. They seem to want to keep everything passive, and that's not what the original intent was. It was to preserve the land, but it was also to make all these recreational activities so that, especially for people that don't have the incomes to be able to buy pools and things of that nature.
Good point.
So I really believe they need to expand on a lot of this.
Dig it. Well, you know what? I texted Senator Bill Weber, and I will ask that question to him. And this is what I had been hoping for, Howard, and it seems like it's starting to happen. You've been a very early supporter of Rockland's news, and now we're getting everybody back together like we're on WRCR radio, and it's like the morning talk show. So we appreciate you very much. Thank you for being here today on
Gentlemen,
Rockland
have
News.
a great time, and happy 4th. Happy birthday, America.
You too.
And let's go check out those Haverstraw parks. There are so many of them. I just looked up a list. You can walk from Haverstraw all the way to Nyack on a windy wooded path. It's beautiful.
Awesome. All right. We're going to contact Senator Bill Weber right now. I just got to take it off of the Bluetooth.
All right.
And then call him and then loop him right in. There we go. Keep going.
All right. Well, I was just going to talk about how many green spaces and parks and facilities that not just Haverstraw, but all 5 towns, all of Rockland County have.
Yes.
So I know that Howie Phillips, the jewel of Haverstraw is Bowline Park. And that is something that his section of government has a lot of pride in, and reasonably so. Just up the road, the county has a park in Haverstraw Bay Park. And that has a memorial to 9/11, which Tom brought up earlier,
Right.
because the day after 9/11 of this year is Rockland Music Fest.
That's right. Rockland Music Fest 12 is going to be happening on September 12th. That's a Saturday. And I figure, look, it's going to be a somber occasion.
Saturday
the 25th
in the park.
The 25th anniversary. No,
Ooh, I broke a Tommy.
The 25th anniversary of 9/11, and it's going to be a somber occasion. But the way that we're figuring it, we looked at the calendar, it was like, okay, people need to wind down after a very solemn occasion and just have a really big party. And that's what we're setting up. We're going to have, some memorial thing at the very beginning, like flags. Right. And, we're going to do that. But then we're going to get right into the party, and we're going to have our headliner is going to be the official Guns N' Roses tribute band for the East Coast.
Wow.
Appetite for Destruction, baby.
Well, I would like to kind of piggyback on part of what Rockland Music Fest is doing is celebrating life after we have a memorial
celebration of life,
of
exactly,
everyone who has lost their lives, and not just for 9/11, from any tragedy.
Exactly.
Yeah. We got to celebrate life as much as we need to remember to be somber about those who have passed.
Exactly. So Rockland Music Fest 12 on Saturday, September 12th. More details to follow every 12th of the month, July 12th, August 12th, and then the big event, September 12th. And we're going to open up the application to bands looking to play. And we're going to talk about our headliner, a lot of stuff happening. But right now we have Senator Bill Weber on the live stream with us. Senator Bill Weber, thank you for joining us on AM.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Okay. How you doing today, Senator?
Doing well on this soon-to-be expected very hot day.
Very hot.
Seriously.
Actually going to be hot over the next couple of days. So I reminded people at a senior event yesterday to check in at a cooling station if they need to and stay hydrated because it's going to be brutal out there.
Oh, yes.
Yep. 99. It's going to feel like over 100. So definitely. And the cooling centers are a big part of helping people to be safe during this time. I actually know someone that has unfortunately fallen into homelessness. And I told him, I was like, dude, cooling centers and do what you can. We're trying to help them out. But yeah, anyone that, it doesn't have to be someone that's down on their luck. If they're just feeling a little bit woozy and they need to cool off, they could head into these cooling centers across Rockland. And Senator, you mentioned about the senior events. Has the senior fair happened yet? I know you do that every year, if I'm not mistaken, at Rockland Community College.
Right, that's in September.
Okay.
And we'll have some more details, but yeah, we get annually about 1,500 people there. I think last year we had over 140 vendors. It's an event not to be missed by any seniors. And what I do over the summer is I go to all of the senior events throughout the county and just remind all the seniors to come to our event and also talk about what happened in Albany during this legislative cycle. So we kind of give them an update as to what's going on in the district.
Now, most of those vendors, they're Rockland County small businesses, right?
Well, more so than that. It's local state agencies. It's local agencies. There's state agencies. We have the Department of Motor Vehicles that attends. We have the comptroller there helping people to navigate their system for unclaimed funds. We have people from the health department, but it's a mix between state agencies, local agencies, and private vendors.
Oh, that's so great. So it's really informative to everyone who's showing up. And I know that it's targeted to the seniors, but is it open to the rest of Rockland, or do you have to show how old you are to ride this ride?
I don't want to tell people how old I am.
We don't check IDs, right? I think we all say that we're 29. We all say we're 29 and we stop there, but it's geared towards seniors. We provide free lunch for them as well. I think anyone that's gone to our senior fairs knows the great experience that they've received, and they get so much valuable information that they can take home with them and follow up with.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And you mentioned about the legislation during this particular Albany cycle. Anything of note? I saw a message this morning, and obviously this is on the Fed level. The Supreme Court came down with a few rulings where basically it indicates that states can now determine whether men can enter women's sports. They basically said on a federal level, we are not going to deal with this anymore. And it's going to be delegated to the states to decide individually. What are your thoughts on where this is going in New York State now?
Well, as New York State always seems to go in the wrong direction, I don't expect them to go.
I don't necessarily. I don't disagree with that. You know what I'm saying?
So I put out a statement yesterday. I appreciated and applauded the decision by the Supreme Court to allow states to make that decision. You know, I'm the father of two daughters. One of them was an NCAA athlete in college, and the unfairness that has been allowed to take place, and really the attack on Title IX, has really been a disgrace. So I'm hoping that states will utilize this opportunity to do the right thing for women in women's sports.
Yeah, and you know, we aim to be, if you will, a servant of the public. Certainly, many voices, and try to understand all opinions. But there's some issues where we look at and we're just like, come on. Like, come on.
Yeah, listen,
you know, it's like common sense, you know?
Anyone that knows me knows how proud I am of my kids in sports. My son, Billy, who's graduating from Suffern.
Yeah.
Him and his track mates, they just won the state title and the federation title in the 4x400 in Rochester 2 weeks ago. They ran the fastest time in New York State this year and the fourth fastest time, I think, in Section 1 history, breaking Rockland County records.
Are you telling me
what goes on the
we
track.
have a Rockland County athlete in the making? I love it when Rockland County folks come up and do really amazing things like that. Tom and I spend a lot of time looking up lists of like how many musicians came out of Rockland, how many athletes came out of Rockland.
Yeah.
And it's really
encouraging,
you know, right?
The exclamation point I would put on that is my son, who's very good, excellent. His teammates are excellent. It would be unfair for them to run against the girls in those girls' races.
Yeah.
It would be a very terrible, it would be a disservice to those girls and their families who work so hard for them to get to the level that they're at. There's the time and place for everything in sports, but you know, the fairness factor needs to be paramount.
Yeah. Other legislation that has happened during this Albany cycle?
You know, obviously this was one of the latest budgets in recent history in New York State. It was nearly 2 months late. We're not providing the tax relief that I think we should be providing to residents. We're spending more than we have. We're sending most of our money to New York City, to Mayor Mamdani, because the progressive wing, the Democratic Socialists wing of the Democratic Party continues to get stronger and stronger, and really are calling the shots in Albany and really directing that money towards New York City. So, you know, it's a continual struggle, a balance between the city and the suburbs, but it's a challenge that continues to be worth fighting for. So that delayed session, and then for the last week and a half after the budget was passed, we had the legislative end of the session, where we passed hundreds and hundreds of bills in a matter of 6-7 days. So became a real big sprint to the finish, as they say, but we got done. And in the budget, we had some wins. We continue to provide historic education funding for our schools, which is something that I'm proud to have seen happen over the 4 years that I've been in office. We have record amounts of money for childcare, which is something that we've been talking about with meetings and with daycare providers and local stakeholders for the last year and a half about the insufficient amounts of money. We got historic monies provided in this year's budget. And we have so many other things that we were successful on, bringing more infrastructure money back. As everyone knows, one of my biggest pet peeves is the condition that our roads have been left in over the last 20, 30 years. So we're playing catch up, but we're going to have some great projects being done soon on Route 304, Route 303, and we look to continue those successes in years to come.
9W in Haverstraw is currently being paved, and it's like the final element of the Champlain Hudson Power Express project. And unfortunately, it decimated a lot of businesses along Route 9W last year. There's a whole bunch of scheduling and logistics. It was a mess, but it's nice to know that the roads are being paved, because, and I was driving down 9W the other day, also 304, A little bumpy as you head down south. So
and it becomes a safety issue.
Yeah,
We are all
it's
about safety.
You know, it's a big safety issue, and something we had to deal with coming out of the winter. We had a terrible winter here that really affected the road conditions, potholes, new potholes that opened up with the conditions, the freezing water in those areas. You're right. There were a lot of safety issues on 303. We had one day where I had to call the state DOT regional office to have one of the lanes shut down while road repairs were being made. So, it's a product of neglecting roads for a long time and playing catch up right now. But, we're going to continue to fill those potholes. We have a portal at weber@nysenate.gov that we've had open for 3 years. Doesn't matter if it's a state road, village road, town road, report them to us. We will make sure the right jurisdiction get those cross streets to fix them. And then the long-term plan is to make sure that we bring back money from Albany to make sure that we do these major capital improvement projects that are desperately needed.
And that's the infrastructure money that you were talking about earlier, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So listeners, when you're looking and going to these planning board meetings and trying to understand what the folks are talking about, the infrastructure money helps the roads. It helps probably sewer systems and all that as well. So advocate, help our how can the listeners, the citizens, help you, Senator Weber? Is there an email that you want them to send? Are there phone calls or texts or instant messages?
We're not giving out your personal number. We're not doing that.
No, I'm asking the senator how.
Only you guys get that. Only you guys get that personal number. But there's a lot of ways that people can contact our office. Weber@nysenate.gov. There's a link in there to do a few things. You can sign up for our newsletter. You can also reach out to us. You can schedule an appointment. You can call my office, 845-623-3627. We take tons and tons of calls and have meetings with stakeholders to talk about just these things, these issues of concern. One of the other things that I'm proud of is that we're one of the most accessible offices probably in the history of this district. We are out at every single event. As I said, I go to senior events, we go to veterans events, we go to every single event we can go to because I get so much great feedback from people at these events. Some people say, "Well, Bill, if there was a letter opening ceremony, you'd be at it." I probably would. You know why? Because I meet so many people that tell me, "Hey, there's an issue on this cross street in Garnerville, or there's a concerning area in Palisades." Things that you wouldn't know unless you were specifically living in that area or extremely familiar traveling through that area. So we find out so much information by being out and about. We go to street fairs, almost all the street fairs. We get so much foot traffic that are people that stop at our tent to tell us the good, the bad, issues of concerns. And, we take that information back and try and effectuate the change that is needed based on those information.
That's wonderful, Senator. And again, citizens, please reach out. If you see Senator Weber at any of these events, go say hi. Tell him how you feel.
He has really nice hair. I have to say that. I always love your profile picture. A few questions for you.
It is important that people come out, reach out to us. We work for you, and that's not just a cliche. It's the truth. We pay the highest taxes of any county, probably in the state of New York and arguably in the United States.
Can relate.
We deserve to have our roads paved in gold, but if not paved in gold, at a minimum, they should be paved with asphalt, and we need to make sure that all the other infrastructure upgrades and services are provided at top notch, and that's our commitment every day.
I have two more questions for you, Senator Weber. Sure. As a reminder, we're on with Senator Bill Weber, Senate District 38 for New York State, covers most of Rockland County. The first has to do with Rockland Lake, and the second has to do with the upcoming election cycle. We got to talk about that because we call it the most wonderful time of the year at Rockland News.
That.
Yes, I do. I'm like dancing. All right. So the Rockland Lake, we had Town of Haverstraw Supervisor Howard Phillips on before. And Howard was asking, will there be any improvements to some of the atmosphere over at Rockland Lake? He was talking about Bowline, about how it's some pretty cool amenities, and he's wondering if Rockland Lake is going to be going through any upgrades over the next few years.
I mean, we were actively reminiscing about when that stuff was installed and how we were children, and now we are not.
Yeah, we are not.
So. I remember, I think as you all do, going to Rockland Lake as a child, walking through the trails, walking around the lake, which we still do at various times at various fundraiser events, and utilizing the pools. And you're right, there's a lot of TLC that needs to be done at that facility. We have made a major investment at Lake Sebago. That lake was decimated with a hurricane years ago, and there's been a major investment by the Parks Department at the state to upgrade that. It's something that's top of mind for me to get money back for Rockland Lake. I'll be speaking more with my partners in government, Pat Carroll, who covers that district, but really all of our legislators in Rockland County, because it is a state park. It needs to be upgraded and really be reflective of the great park that it is, and really the investment that needs to be done. Mm-hmm. I've gotten a lot of calls too from people concerned about the overflow parking that happens there during the summer months. People park outside on the roads because they don't want to pay the parking fee, and unfortunately there's a lot of garbage and other concerning things that happen at those parks throughout the summer that we need to address as well. But we know about it. It's top of mind, and we're going to look to make sure that we try and get that included in a capital project funding in the near future.
Very cool. Thank you for that. And we will relay back. We'll also have an article later on about the various things that are going on.
What I also would say is I've gone to Bowline so many times that I think we'll be up there later tonight at the July 4th. Bowline Park, for those of you who may not live in Haverstraw or don't know about it, it's the gem of the county. I mean, the park that they have there, the water, the pool, the water facilities, the barbecue areas, it's really something that we need to replicate it at our other parks throughout the county. But I want to give kudos to the town of Haverstraw for making the investments over the years and really keeping that park at top notch. And that's something that needs to be emulated.
And folks, if you're out there, go find Senator Weber and say hi.
Yeah,
this
absolutely.
is a perfect example of get out into the community, do the events, and go see the elected officials because they're probably there. They want to hear from you, right?
So here's the medium softball question, and we're dancing very slowly into election season because we want to keep the platform open to everyone. So you have an election coming up. And as you know, we have Village of Nyack Mayor Joe Rand on the show periodically, and he talks about things that are happening and such. From what I understand, he is going to be on the ballot this coming November. And you and he will be on the ballot, different tickets, Democrat, Republican, and so on and so forth. Will you be doing like a town hall style dialogue with Joe Rand? What are your plans for the next few months with that?
Meaning with debates? We'll do debates in October like we've historically done.
That's cool.
The NAACP, I believe, does one. League of Women Voters, I think, puts one together. There's been one historically over at the New City Jewish Center. Those happen in mid-October, and I anticipate we'll continue to do those at those dates that they provide to us at that time.
I'd also like to talk with you offline. We made plans with a particular location that's in the Haverstraw district, the Haverstraw municipality that holds about 300 people. It's a theater-style seating. So I'll talk with you offline about it. If y'all got time, we could facilitate something, but we'll see. Obviously it's all up in the air right now.
So. Yeah, I think as we get closer to the election, I think that'll be the appropriate time to do it. People will be more engaged in paying attention, and I think not conflicted with summer vacations and summer plans. And, after the kids go back to school, generally, those are the times we have the debates, and I look forward to having those debates.
And that's really great. And the thing that I love about that, because we talk a lot about community engagement here on our show,
totally,
and about how to be better citizens, and the more that we can get the voices and the ears, and those passions in the hearts to hear what the folks
talk about the issues,
because I feel like those voices are being not squashed, but people don't know where to tell it. They tell it on Facebook, they tell it on Instagram, but they're not telling it to the senator.
Yeah,
right.
So kind of bring that information together and really decide what the best path forward is.
And I feel like our Rockland County representatives really want to engage with the citizens.
Yeah, it is refreshing. Senator Weber, thank you for. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, yeah, we look forward to that. And, you know, it's good to have debates one-on-one to hear directly from the candidates, their philosophies. I think you'll find out Joe and I are very far apart on issues. He's very liberal, just won the working families primary, I guess against himself. It was a write-in, or he was the only one on the ballot, which is the party that's been taken over by Mondani. And, you know, I'm a pragmatic conservative. So I think you'll have a lot of debate questions that will show the direction I'd like to see the state go in and the direction that he wants to see the state to go in. And I think having that in an unfiltered manner in a debate forum, I think will be great and useful to the voters as they go cast their vote in November.
And we can't really argue both the passion of you and Mayor Rand of loving Rockland County. You both do so much. Mayor Rand's done so much for Nyack, and you for Rockland County.
Yeah, dig it. Well, Senator Weber, thank you for joining us on AM Rockland News this morning. I'm sure you have a busy schedule, and I think you mentioned you're going to be in Rockland, like you're going to be at different events today. So I hope to see you at one of the events, maybe the fireworks over the next few days. And I hope you have a great weekend. Hopefully you get some downtime, and we hope to see you in the near future.
So there's never downtime, but there's always excitement. There's always events to go to. Again, I love being the New York State Senator. I love going out and meeting people. But I just want to put an exclamation point on what we started off by saying. It's going to be very hot. All your listeners should make sure that they take it seriously, stay hydrated, check in on their friends and neighbors and loved ones to make sure everyone's okay.
Great.
And Senator Weber, can you tell our listeners once again how to contact you, your office, and on all of that?
Weber at nysenate.gov, or you can call our office at 845-623-3627.
Okay, great. Thanks for joining us on the show, Senator Weber. We'll talk with you again real soon on Rockland News.
Thank you.
All right.
Happy July 4th.
You got it. All right. So that was Senator Weber. I think that was a pretty cool interview.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, what's interesting, and we're friends with, I mean, it's not like we're going out for like, you know, burgers and beer after work, but we're friends with Senator Weber and Mayor Rand. So these are and he mentioned about, you know, town hall style, open debate and everything. I think that's going to be a really, really good dialogue. I mean, you know, you mentioned it's a debate. So let's say it's a debate. All right. So, you know, they're going to be debating, but they get along too. You know, obviously they have their different political affiliations and thought processes and everything, but there's a lot of very, very clear and present issues that I think Rockland does need to address, especially over the next 2, 4, 6, 8 years. So this is a perfect time for that. And, you know, basically our commitment to you, the listener, is that you can catch all the news that matters to you most at Rockland News. And we publish about 20 stories a week. We're also going to have stories on both ends of the aisle based on the policies and ideas that each of these elected officials or people that are running for office are going to put forth if they are elected. And I think it's going to be a really interesting political cycle.
Looking at it just from a place of leadership of Rockland County, as I mentioned, just as Senator Weber was getting off, those two gentlemen have such a passion for this county. They work really hard, and I feel like our choices won't be so lesser of two evils at this point, as much as
that's a good point.
As much as like which direction do we want Rockland to go in? Because these guys, whichever way we go, the guy's going to go and do what he says he's going to do, because we've been watching that happen at the local level.
So it drills down to like the different initiatives, and it's like that goes past party affiliation.
Right.
It could be either thing. And I think you and I kind of align, Mike, you and I align with the idea that it's not about the party, it's about the policy.
Correct.
Yeah. So I think that's a really important
and the passion,
point.
right? Because
the pledge pin.
Well, you need to have your pledge pin before you get. Well, I guess you have to have your passion, then you get your pledge pin, and then you get your party.
I'm gonna get you a pledge pin, bro. Can I open this Fig Newtons box?
They are Fruit Newtons.
They're Fruit Newts.
Actually, they're fruit bars, because they're not even like the name brand ones.
I'm not worried about name brand,
because they taste better.
Really?
They do.
So can I open them?
Of course.
Thank you very much.
Wait, it's time. It's snacky time. Tom likes it when I say the word snacky.
I always ask permission.
But sometimes he just needs consent.
Broke a Tommy.
Twice today.
Oh my. Anyway, so we had so far we've got the interviews. I'm trying to open up this Fig Newtons thing.
We want to interview everyone. Like we are really interested in the people who have passions about Rockland County, about any subject. If you have a passion about Rockland County history, come talk to us about it on the show. Tom has a degree in history. He would love maybe my dear classmate Jen Lorenzo will come and give us a little history chip. She's always posting stuff on Facebook about historic places in Rockland and around New York State.
What the hell? These Fig Newtons are based in carbonite. I can't open up the... Okay, I got it. All right.
Carbonite?
I don't know what...
Do we need to go get Jabba the Hutt?
Yeah, good reference. That's basically what I was getting at.
Yeah.
3 times the charm. So we had several guests already. We had Town of Haverstraw Supervisor Howard Phillips was talking about the Bowline fireworks that are happening tonight.
And there are so many events going on in Rockland. Please check our page at rocklandnews.com. And the list just went on and on. There's something in every village and every town. Go take your pick. And it's not one of those where I don't live in this village, I can't go. No, this is Rockland County. We are here to celebrate. We are here to have a good time.
America!
And we are here to do it safely.
That's right. And just as a reminder, the list of the many, many, many different events that are happening. First of all, we have tonight, 6:30 p.m. start. Clarkstown Fireworks Extravaganza is going to be at Felix Festa Middle School in West Nyack. That Independence Week fireworks event includes an evening program at Felix Festa Middle School, the flying demonstration by the Rockland County Radio Control Club, the first drone event.
Ooh.
Yeah, so they're going to do the coordinated drones thing that you hear about the last few years.
It's like an air show, but little.
Is listed for 7:15 p.m., followed by a concert by Ladies of the 80s. Oh, my. And then in Haverstraw, as Howard Phillips mentioned before, the fireworks show is going to be at 9:30 p.m. at Bowline Point Park on Bowline Point Road in Haverstraw, West Haverstraw area in the town of Haverstraw. Haverstraw's fireworks display is scheduled for that time. It's a Hudson River waterfront park known for river views, picnic areas, recreation facilities, and its setting overlooking the Hudson River. And then Thursday, we're going to have a Nyack celebration, day 1. There's also something over at the Antrim Playhouse in Tapan, Rendezvous with Treason, the Andre Arnold conspiracy. It sounds like a cartoon show. I might check that out. And then Friday, July 3rd, and again, it's going to be 99 degrees on Thursday and Friday. Nyack is celebrating USA 250 Day 2 and fireworks from 1 p.m. until 10 p.m. Waterfront Park and Downtown Village celebration, Hudson River fireworks. Bear Mountain is going to be doing something on Friday. New York Boulders America is going to be doing at Clover Stadium in Pomona on Friday night. And then Saturday, it all goes down with the Town of Orangetown parade at 10 o'clock a.m., festival at 12 to 6 p.m., Hillburn Day. You're going to have the Declaration of Independence at the Stony Point Battlefield Historic Site from 1:30 to 4 p.m., Piermont Fireworks Show, and of course, the Boulders, once again, are going to be doing fireworks on Saturday from 6:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. They'll have the baseball game, and then they'll do fireworks right after. So crazy amount of partying going on for the rest of the week.
We are celebrating life. We are celebrating, our existence for 250 years as a nation.
We're celebrating being well. I have to say, these off-brand Fig Newtons are fantastic.
Right?
Oh, my goodness.
Sometimes, folks, it's not about the name brand. It's about the flavor. It's not about the party affiliation. It's about the taste.
Yes. Now, it's going to be tough for me to get back on because I got Fig Newton stuck in my teeth.
I mean, well,
it's bad.
Let
dude.
me see what
it's
other
awful.
stories we have.
We're really getting into a groove here on Rockland News, if you can tell. Yesterday, we had a podcast from Ireland. Thomas Brady, a.k.a. Tom Brady, he's our live streamer.
Tom Brady, not that Tom Brady.
Right. Live streaming. He's got the show on Rockland News on Fridays called All Things Sports. And yesterday we did the podcast of him in Ireland, and he was there with the women's Fela football team, that's soccer, the 14, 15-year age bracket. And unfortunately, the soccer team lost, but he was reporting over there and he had interviews with the coaches. He also had interviews with the parents. And he reported basically how everything went day 1, day 2, day 3. It was almost like a Led Zeppelin style event. It's like, okay, we're getting off of the plane here and we're walking over. Like he told like the whole story. We're walking. Documentary style and everything. So you can definitely check that out. Plus, we had Robert Joasis on the air on Monday. I have to say, Robert is awesome. And I kind of think of him as like the anchorman for Monday mornings. And it was really cool. We had an interesting moment, Mike, where we were basically bringing up the live stream that we did with WABC Radio the day before, basically talking about the Battle of Stony Point. So, and this isn't Robert's fault, but Robert didn't realize that we were broadcasting that particular live stream, like a replay.
Okay.
So he gets back on. He's like, hey, is this thing on?
I mean, we do things like that. You know, sometimes it's magic. Sometimes it's crickets.
Sometimes it's like this. And sometimes it's like this.
That's more likely.
Well, yeah. Admittedly, you know, because we don't care. We care, but we don't care.
I mean, we're very caring. We care about Rockland. We care about the citizens, but we do not care.
We're rebels.
We will dive off the cliff of humor. Sometimes,
it's an interesting way of putting it.
Sometimes we fall. Sometimes we fly.
All I ask for is a soft landing. Or actually, not necessarily. As I think about it, I wouldn't mind a very hard landing, but I wouldn't want to recover from it.
This is getting to a morbid place.
I'm just being honest, brother.
All right.
I mean, look.
I would like to fall. I would like to miss when I fall. Speaking of 42 and Douglas Adams.
So like you move over from the...
No. The Douglas Adams says in his book, the way you fly is you throw yourself at the ground and miss.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
You're flying.
It's kind of like my idea, like Mitch Hedberg is like, I'm going to stop chasing my dreams. I'm just going to hang out here until they catch up with me.
That actually is a enlightening thing.
Mm-hmm. Now what? Yeah.
So much. Well, let's see. Stony Point's talking about wildlife.
Mm-hmm.
Wildlife officials are reminding Hudson Valley residents to not interfere with fawns that they find alone. Rockland report says that a young fawn lying quietly in the grass, garden, or wooded area is usually not abandoned. The mother deer often leaves fawns hidden for several hours while they forage and return only a few times a day to nurse. Residents should not touch, move, or attempt to rescue the fawn unless it is clearly injured or the mother is confirmed to be dead. Pet owners are also urged to leash dogs near tall grass and wooded areas.
Right. Yeah. And it's tragic. It's like, and I've unfortunately hit a few deer over the years, and it's always a...
Hold on. I got to knock on the wood and put my hands up to the beings.
To the light.
I have not once.
Yeah. Keep it that way. Yeah. And I'm not trying to be downtrodden. I'm just saying, like, reality, it's like sometimes they jump right in front of the car. And it's not a happy event. Although one deer that I accidentally hit, it was called a punt. Now,
what?
It was a punt. Now, let me explain. So this is like about maybe 12 years ago, give or take. I forget the exact time. So me and my girlfriend at the time were coming back from probably Bear Mountain or some sort of thing that we went away for the weekend on. So we're coming back to Rockland County. Yes, we were picking daisies, Mike. I know. He's looking at me all judgmental.
No. The grammar police part of me went, my girlfriend and I
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, my girlfriend and I.
That's all I was judging. I was judging you on that.
Okay. I have to say, that's actually pretty awesome because I do try to, be grammatically correct. And I didn't realize that you were a grammar aficionado.
I mean, I do hang out with quite a few English teachers and professors.
Yeah, you hang with the intellectuals.
I do. I know some things.
Yeah.
I'm like that Game of Thrones guy. I drink. I know things.
You know what Dale Carnegie has on his gravestone? It says, "Here lies a man who knew how to have around him people that were smarter than him." And that's the way that I look at kind of like everybody.
Except, it's a wise thing.
Yeah, yeah. Except for this one guy in one of my networking groups that's definitely not smarter than me and is also a little bit of an annoying twit. But I'll deal with that at another time. And we're going to keep it positive. So anyway, we're coming back from Bear Mountain.
You're coming back from Bear Mountain. And Bear Mountain,
my girlfriend and I,
happens to be a cooler spot in like it's
mountainous,
99.
Yeah.
It's not only that the Hessian Lake up there is so deep, it keeps everything extra cool.
Very
so when
cool.
you're walking around that lake, it gives you kind of a blast of not as hot.
Better vibe.
Yeah.
Absolutely a better vibe. So we're coming back. We're going over the hills, heading into Stony Point. And I turned just for a split second just to look into her eyes. We were making a point with each other. And it wasn't contentious or anything. It was more just like, so what do you think? That sort of thing. Split second, I turned back and a deer was right in front of me. And I screeched on the brakes and basically it was like, and basically I punted the deer. Like it just like went up in the air and just like landed on its side. And then it just got up and looked at me like, dude, what are you doing?
Is that the best you got?
And my girlfriend was like, that's the first time that I ever saw anyone punt a deer.
Did you go get a pint if you did a punt?
Probably. Thank you. Thank you so much. With my pledge pen. Yeah. Aw.
So let's talk about those sponsors.
Sponsors, thank you. Let's go to our sponsor list, which is right over. Actually, I got it at the bottom and the top of the iPad here. So hit it up, Mike.
Our sponsors are Yabu Fence and Dana Pest Control and Easy Temp in Hackensack, New Jersey for all your chili needs. Especially on these hot days, you might need to call Easy Temp.
Yeah, commercial refrigeration services, deli ice machines, ice cream machines, anything that you need to keep your food cold. They can repair, maintain, and install new equipment. Visit them at easytemp.net.
Now the champions of the party, Fiesta Acapulco. They are bright and lively. You go into that restaurant, they got amazing food. They got amazing libations and drinks. They have entertainment. Go check them out. They are right up that 9W corridor in Stony Point.
That's right.
Now, if you want a chill thing, nice and cool, like your sushi should be, you go to Kobe Sushi. They have jazz tonight.
They do. I have to message Joyce. She has a jazz musician there every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday.
3 days a week, you can get the lovely music. It is magical.
And if you mention Rockland's News during your sushi dinner, you'll get 15% off your entire sushi order. Minimum $75, but that's $10.25 off your sushi order. Minimum. And you can really save a lot of money over there while feeling like you're in one of the most elegant atmospheres in Rockland County for music. And Joyce did it one heck of a pairing. I never anticipated jazz and sushi.
I mean, the Japanese love all the music, so they play the jazz.
They do.
I know some jazz musicians who are from that neck of the woods, as they say.
I really get a feel that they're going to be bringing in some quite eclectic performances over the next several years. Artistic, mind you.
Well, the thing also to remember, folks, 61 cents of every dollar stays in the community if you go shop at these places.
That's right.
So moving on, if you don't want to just sit down and chill out and you want to move around and throw a big heavy ball down an alley, Breakpoint Bowling. Not only do they have bowling, they have laser tag, an arcade, a bar, a restaurant. What else do they? They have something else.
Mini-Me, stop humping the laser. Do you and the laser need a room?
Bad Tom.
What?
Bad, Tom.
What?
Bam.
Sorry.
I just hit him with the newspaper.
Yeah.
Listeners, I don't know what's going on. So more sponsors, Tom.
We own a newspaper.
We own a newspaper?
Well, it's a digital newspaper at rocklandnews.com.
I'm not going to hit you with the screen. This is not
that would
WWE.
Hurt. That would hurt a lot.
You know what doesn't? You know what doesn't hurt? Going to Whole Shop Bagels to fill your belly up with something tasty.
We should go there after this.
We probably should.
Yeah.
But if you listeners have never been, and you tell them, you go and you tell Clever, you go tell Victoria, this is my first time, and I heard it on Rockland News. They will give you a free bagel to try.
They will. First time customers only, but you save like $3, $4, $5 right there.
Whatever it is, it's a free taste, and you can be like, I like this bagelette. They come up with some unique things.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite is the everything, even on the inside, everything bagel.
Really?
Now, normally I am a egg, onion, or egg everything bagel, but this one, it's like seeds inside and out. It's crazy. It's like an explosion of seeds in your bagel.
Explosion of seeds all over the place.
Fantastic.
Yep.
So Whole Shop Bagels is in Havistraw, right on 9W. Go in, say hi, tell them you heard it on Rockland News.
Absolutely. What else we got going on with the sponsors?
We got Stony Point Massage for all of your tight muscle needs and realigning. If you need to send a package, UPS store in West Havistraw, they really want to help you. They have that community spirit, and they want to help all of us Rocklanders, especially the folks in Havistraw, out. So we have Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy. When you're hurt your knees and your ankles and all those things, you go over there and talk to Mark, and he'll fix you right up.
Exactly.
We have 99 signs. I feel like at night we are in the number 99. It is 99 signs week today.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, a business without a sign
is a sign of no business.
If you are a company in Rockland County and you need a really good quality sign for your business establishment, or if you're in a strip mall or just in a huge mall-based area, or really any commercial spot, and you need to get your advertisement out there, visit 99signs.com, and they can help you with all your digital, billboard, banner, and even lawn sign level sign needs. And it's going to be important during political season. Obviously, you get like 8,000 of them all over the lawn. Make sure you recycle. That's the message from 99 Signs. And we should also note that 99 Signs also has an article out there about the importance of sign visibility during these times where competition is steep. So is your business display showing up for more than 5 seconds in people's minds? That's a sweet spot. If you can get it past the 5-second mark, you can probably get some more awareness and recognition of your business. And that article is available on Rockland News, and you can visit them at rocklandnews.com. And the name of the business is 99signs.com.
Now, if you have taken one of those 99 signs and you have put it on your car and you wrecked your car, you scratched it up, you dented it, you made a hole in it, you take it to FC Perfection over there in Congress. They will. What is it used to say? They turn a Yugo into a Ferrari or something. I don't know. Tom,
they can take a Yugo and basically turn it into, at least from the outside, give it the shine of a Ferrari.
The shine
of a Ferrari.
Does it have the spirit of a Ferrari?
Detail. I mean, literally just take care of any little bumps or dings that you have. They can give you a whole new exterior. And obviously we're not driving around with like a Yugo or a Ford Pinto, nothing against it. But, even for instance, your Toyota or...
I'm a Subaru guy.
Yeah. You're in. Subaru is a solid car, man.
Subaru Nation.
Yeah.
I am part, and many of my friends are also Subarus.
Yeah. What would you say the Subaru culture is? What is it about?
Not being stopped by anything, not by weather, not by cargo hold. Subarus are the little cars that can do just about everything.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not anything better than any one car for a specific adventure, but the little Subaru is the car that can do just about anything.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
So
I'm a Ford guy.
I might have to call up Clean Space Maintenance because my Subaru is so full of garbage that I need a big dumpster. But if you call Clean Space Maintenance, They will put the dumpster in your driveway. You fill it on up, and they take it away.
The mobile dumpster for just $199 plus hauling fees, but you can get a whole bunch of clutter and junk out of the different rooms of your house. You just throw it in the dumpster, and then Tony and Georgia over at Clean Space Maintenance Management, and they've been in business for many years. They take the mobile dumpster over to the dump at Rockland Green, and they drop it off, and boom, done. And Mike, even the studio here, this place was cluttered. And it's an absolute, it's pristine now.
I can almost dance in here.
Yeah. Do silly little backflips.
Maybe a little gymnastics, maybe some yoga.
Thank you, Clean Space Maintenance Management. And you can visit them on the web, at cleanspacemmc.us.
Now, we talk about a lot of small businesses. These were our sponsors. But where else, Tom? If you are a Rockland person looking for Rockland businesses, where would you go?
We would go to many different places. For instance, there is, as an example, a few different venues that we like to hang out at. One of them
is it called Rockland Shopping?
Is Red Barn Cidery.
Oh, Red Barn Cidery, affiliated with Dr. Davies Farm.
And our friend Lara is, and she's often the producer of these Rockland News live streams. She's not here today, but she is an integral part of what we do here at Rockland's News. And
are we going to go hang out with her at Red Barn Cidery?
Her band, the Femme Fighters, is playing on Friday.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's going to be probably around 5:30, 6 o'clock. I don't have the exact time, but it will be available on Red Barn Cidery's website. And of course, just so you know, you can also check out the events that are happening all throughout the weekend at rocklandsnews.com. We're going to have that article out there today, approximately 11 o'clock. So you can make your choices for the entire weekend. But I have to say, I've seen the Femme Fighters before. They played over at the Nanuet Summer Concert Series last year for Rockland Music Fest.
Okay.
And they're going to be playing at Red Barn Cidery this Friday.
Rockland County made cider from Rockland County apples.
Yes.
Like, how do you get more Americana, more Rockland than that?
You don't.
So, well, the only thing I can think of is maybe Rockland Music Fest.
That's right. Rockland Music Fest on September 12th this year. It's going to be awesome. Some other places, Mike, where we kind of like patronize as we build up. There's Fiesta Acapulco.
Oh, they took such good care of us yesterday.
We've done the after party there multiple times.
The food's so good.
We have been at Patriot Lounge. We're not going to be there this year for the after party. Maybe we'll be back or not.
But there might be a band if you are a musician and you want to start playing out and you are a Rocklander. And we don't even care if your whole band's from Rockland. As long as you're from Rockland.
Yep.
Come reach out to us at sponsorband.com.
There's Lucas Candies.
Oh, the oldest candy store in New York State. They have a tavern license now. They have some musicians come in. And when you order a drink, it comes with a hand-selected, crafted by Nick Lucas himself, chocolate.
Yes, so chocolate pairings.
You get a stout, and he's like, well, this is the chocolate that goes with the stout. Or you get a white wine. This is the chocolate that goes with the white wine. And it's something different for each beverage. I think they've got 12 different taps there. Really go check them out. The floor, if you like historic buildings, it's the original, what do you call it? Mosaic with the tile floor.
Yeah.
It is in a historic building in Havistraw. Lucas Candies has been there for over 100 years. Go tell Nick and Deb Rockland News said hi. Excellent place. And we had my wife's 50th birthday there several weeks ago. So it was a really good time over there. Special thanks to Nick and Debbie over at Lucas Candies. And also we have, of course, the Stony Point Brewing Company, very close to your domicile. Dave opened up his tasting room, which is the Bricktown Beer House. Also a farm brewery licensed establishment. He does have other things other than beer. He shares his taps with other Rockland County and New York State craft beverage makers, including there's New York State distilleries that you can be finding over there at the Brick House, but the beer house. It's more than beer.
Yep. Mike, I have to tell you, and are there any other establishments you want to mention? Because I got a story to tell you about the Nitro Left Hand Stout beer.
I would like to hear the story about the beer, please.
Okay,
Because
so
I love a good story about a beer.
and we're
please.
winding down. We're going to be done at 9:57 because Mike and I have to be on a
Meetings.
lot of stuff going on this week. Yeah, but so yeah, I am a big fan of the Jackass series, the movies.
How does that? I thought we were going to talk about beer.
Oh, I'll explain.
Okay.
So, a few weeks ago, and this was more just like a private event, I wanted to get my bros together and head over to watch the new Jackass movie that came out last Friday.
Okay.
And we went there and we went to AMC Theater. I have to tell you, and I think it's the end of the series because, and even Johnny Knoxville, he was kind of like endorsing Cologuard. Let me put it that way. So it's like, all right, we can't do these sort of stunts anymore. So after this is the last movie, and they'll probably do like, reminiscent, clips and everything like that
Now
for a long time.
Soon it'll be, I've fallen and I've broken my hip.
Yeah, seriously. It's like they're wheelchairing down and they do stunts with wheelchairs, but
Right.
it's the core of the movie for me is it's friends. Like they're just laughing it up. Like one of the most perfect emotions in our spectrum of emotions is laughter. And they're laughing at each other, but they're also laughing with each other at the same time. Like
a good entourage.
Yeah. So we had the whole entourage effect where we had a whole bunch of guys that were hanging out for this thing. And then we went to the Yard House afterwards.
Oh boy.
In the Palisades
Did
Center.
you drink yards? I used to do that back in the city. Back in my younger days.
So I can't drink the way that I used to. All right. And I personally, honestly, don't endorse that anybody power drinks. It's not, people do it for like the hero dose and everything like that. So not into that, but I did back in the day. I admit it. And, I think it was a mistake, but I survived it. Right. I had 2 Nitro left-hand dark stout beers.
They are heavy beers.
I was gone. All right. And I Ubered home. Okay. I was gone. I can't even begin to tell you.
Doesn't Rockland County have a small business that does what Uber does?
Yes. Stoner Cab.
Stoner Cab was formed in Rockland?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Folks, stop calling Uber. Call Stoner Cab.
That's right.
Support Rockland County small business.
Yep. And we'll have some more information about Stoner Cab over the summer because they are ramping up for basically a summer where you can pretty much go anywhere. You could be personally, you could consume what makes you feel good, whatever that may be. And hopefully you stay safe and legal. We want to say that. But, they'll take you to the place that you need to. You hang out and then they'll pick you up when you're done.
We are in a very festive time of lots of celebrations going on. People like to get into their cups. Again, we're encouraging you to get into the cups from, District 96 or Noble Experiment Brewing or Stony Point Brewing or even Round Table. Because I believe every single one of them will allow you to take 4 packs of cans to go. So you can take your beer with you to the celebration.
Exactly. And Stoner Cab's motto is we drive sober so you don't have to.
Again, grab yourself a 4-pack.
Yeah. And that's a good amount, except for me on Friday night. I was gone.
Yeah, you needed
gone.
One.
Let me put it this way to you, okay? And I'm very open and honest about, and we live on a nice property. We got a nice little piece of property that we have here.
With your pledge pen.
With the backyard, and it's like, private fencing and all that fun stuff, and, no weaponry.
It's a little piece of Americana. It is.
So I get back.
Suburban Tom.
I guess like around, I want to say maybe like around 12:30 in the morning or 1 o'clock in the morning. I get home and my dog's looking at me like I got to go do my business outside. So I walked out there with him and he's doing his business. And I'm like, oh, this is a lovely evening. The moon is out and everything. I should do my business.
Oh, no.
So as if I'm in the woods.
Did you poop next to your
dog? No. See, you went there. I didn't. You went there.
You
went there.
You alluded it to being gross.
No, absolutely not. No, come on. When I say he did his business, he just had to, what do you call it? Number ones?
A number one. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll call it a number one.
Yeah. Some sitcoms would call it, I got to make a pip. But whatever. Anyway, so the point is that I went outside, did my business. Yeah, and I had my yeah, it was so I woke up the next morning with the worst hangover that I have had in at least 10 years. Pre-COVID hangover.
Number one outside.
Yeah. No, not because of that. You know, Mike, sometimes we have to endorse things, and I have to tell you, the Flowery in Haverstraw has a few products there that you should definitely, you know, if you're into using cannabis. And I don't know much about this cannabis thing.
But you are learning.
But I started learning from an intellectual standpoint about the 423 terpenes that are typically in THC and CBD based blends.
That's a lot of terpenes.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, you could basically choose your own experience. And there is a tincture. I started doing some research over at the Flowery in Haverstraw. They have something called Head and Heel, farmer owned.
That is the name of the company. And folks, the whole cannabis industry in New York State versus anywhere, New York State dispensaries are only allowed to sell New York State agriculture products.
Right,
so that whole 61 cents still applies.
Yeah, exactly, because it's like community based and everything. So I'm holding in my hands a sample of this item called Head and Heel, farmer owned, max strength THC tincture, full spectrum cannabis oil, 1,000 milligrams of THC per bottle. Mike, what does this mean?
That means that's a lot of milligrams.
10 milligrams THC per serving, 33 milligrams THC per dropper.
So
I don't know much about this cannabis thing.
The tincture is a liquid.
Yes.
And it has the THC oils and whatever suspended in its suspension stuff.
Yeah, it's suspended in like mid air or something.
No, in the liquid.
Oh, it's in the liquid. Okay, gotcha.
And then you take the dropper and you zoop it up, and then you put it under your tongue and you let it just dissolve away.
Exactly. And
so it's an answer to, well, I don't smoke.
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
You don't have to. So, you know, and it's really interesting, Mike, because we went from a society back in, let's say, 2018, where it's like, oh, no, you shouldn't have cannabis or anything like that. It's bad, bad, bad. And it was like that since like the 1920s.
100 years.
Yeah. So it's pretty wild. And now it's like, you know, not only do people have the freedom in New York to be able to consume cannabis
and several other states
safely, but it can also be talked about in a scientific way.
Right. And we can not just scientific, but socioeconomic.
Yeah.
We can talk about it in however we want. We can talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, as opposed to like, well, we have to do this off the air because the popo is going to come get us for talking about weed.
Yeah.
Now it's just like, that's just another product.
Exactly. So, you know, the more you know. And this Head and Heel THC tincture is available at the Flowery. I will tell you, bring your wallet, because it is not cheap. But from what other people have told me, it is an amazing experience.
Amazing product.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about the whole getting high. Some of this is actual medicinal base. And if you do less of it, it gives you the medical benefit versus the recreational benefit.
Bingo. Yes. Start low and go slow is the motto.
That's like the Beastie Boys.
Yeah. Slow and low. That is the tempo. And over at the Flowery in the coming months, leading up to Rockland Music Fest, we're going to have a few warm-up concerts on Fridays and or Saturdays. And you can come into the Flowery, have a little bit of cannabis, purchase. And oh, by the way, right next door is a 30 to 40 person room with a stage and perhaps some bands playing.
And if you want to be part of that, sponsorband.com.
Yeah, if you'd like to be a person that performs, sponsorband.com/sign up. We're going to be opening up the application for Rockland Music Fest bands to perform on July 12th. So anybody that's listening, mark your calendars. That'll be the day when we officially open it up. And then we're going to close it at the beginning of August, because we're going to make all the band announcements and the venue and the time and the date and the stage and the sound and everything. On August 12th is the date. That's when we're going to do.
We've already turned it up to 11.
We're going to do in 30 days what took 5 months last year in order to produce.
You're insane.
you know, the way that I look at it is I'm not going to be here forever. I might as well do something that is useful to the rest of Rockland County because I love Rockland. I really do.
Well, I'm going to quote the Beastie Boys once again. No sleep.
Till Brooklyn.
Till Brooklyn.
No sleep till Rockland.
No sleep till Rockland.
Yeah, yeah. So pretty cool, man.
So next year we get some Beastie Boys, folks?
Yep. Mike, it's 10:02. We're already late for our next meeting.
Well, folks, we got to get out of here. We love you all. We want to hear from you. And
thank you. We love you.
All of you who have popped up on the chat, most of it was my daughter. So Lena, thank you again for tuning in and actually making us feel like we're talking to somebody. And folks, if you would like to reach out to us, rocklandnews.com/alert.
Alert, alert, alert.
Because we want to hear from you.
That's right. So on behalf of Mike and Tom in the morning, thank you for joining us on AM Rockland's News, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Yeah.
Groovin'. That one's not working, Tom. All right, everybody. It's gonna be a hot one. Stay cool.